Joining us today on The Blend, we have Kevin Schumacher. He's an attorney, along with Sally Babbitt, who's an attorney, mediator, and executive coach. Kevin, there are families out there right now struggling. What are some bankruptcy basics that they really need to understand?
You know, nobody wants to talk about bankruptcy. It's a very difficult subject, but I always say start talking sooner rather than later. If your family is in a situation where you feel at risk, start talking in your family and seek outside counsel, seek a competent bankruptcy attorney to talk. There's a Chapter 7 and a Chapter 13 option, both of which apply to approximately 90% of the population out there. In a Chapter 7, you don't have to make any payments going forward. In a Chapter 13, if you have sufficient income, you may be required to make payments for a 3 to 5 year period of time. And
when you do declare bankruptcy, then what happens to like the house and the car? And what if you have any retirement accounts? What are those? What happens to those?
Bankruptcy provides protections for house, car, and retirement assets. For a house, you can have up to $25,000 of equity if you're an individual, $50,000, a little bit more than that if you're a married couple. For a car, you can have $4,000 worth of equity. And just so you understand the term, $10,000 car, I owe $6,000 to the bank on it. That gives me $4,000 in equity. As long as you keep making the payments, you should be able to keep that car in bankruptcy. And with retirement assets, that's the big one. A lot of people look at that as, oh, I'm going to go to that first and start raiding the retirement piggy bank. It may have taken you 40 years to save that money, and you can burn through it to save a business inside of 6 months. And really, truly, you should try to save that for last.
And you've seen that happen, I'm going to guess, more than once?
More than once. I've seen people come, and if they would have come a year earlier or 6 months earlier, my job frequently is to poke a pin in a balloon to say, folks, quit living in dreamland. You really have to take this seriously and think about your future. I frequently tell clients, I'm trying to represent you 10 years from now, not today, so that they get the fresh start.
Sally, real quick, estates and estate planning, what issues come up between the estate work and the bankruptcy?
Well, it's good to know if you've got a client who has named someone as a beneficiary in their estate plan, and that beneficiary files for bankruptcy. If at all possible, it would be great to have heads up so that we can make some changes to protect those assets so they're not exposed during the bankruptcy. And of course, that's why it's important to partner with, a bankruptcy attorney, because my client's probably not going to know that.
Thank you so much, Sally Babbitt, as well as Kevin Schumacher, bklansing.com for more questions if you are concerned about a bankruptcy in your future. Thank you both for joining us. Take care and be safe.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you, Deb.